I've thought to myself, like, is this really something I want to do? Don't just settle for one thing in life, especially if it's something you don't love. And that's why this is called the Imperfect Great Podcast, because obviously that was one of the most imperfect things I have done. Hey y'all, and we back with the Imperfect Great Podcast. So today, obviously, we are back after the introduction episode. This is the first official episode, technically. Y'all can see, obviously, the first intro episode was technically about roughly two weeks ago. And I did tell y'all it was going to be a new episode dropped every week. And that's why this is called the Imperfect Great Podcast, because obviously that was one of the most imperfect things I have done. And I'm really trying to, stay on track. Obviously, I'm not perfect, imperfect. But I don't want to make that a habit, to make it like I'm just not on track. I need to stay on track of everything. So therefore, I'm trying to hold myself accountable for that, y'all. Don't judge me. I don't even mean to be like this. So we're back. And the 2 week thing, life happens. And that was life happening. which is cool. But I'm obviously not going to make a habit of it. I'm going to make sure I'm on the stuff, y'all, because I know y'all been looking for the episodes and waiting for me to drop. And I've been waiting for myself to drop. So therefore, I'm going to get it together. Okay, so obviously the Imperfect Ray is such a new path for me. It's a part of my journey. It's like a new start at the end of the day, because y'all heard about last time what I was telling y'all. Y'all heard last time what I was telling y'all, basically how this is new for me, and I was on content, but it was something else. So obviously this is such a new start, and that's okay, right? So that brings us to our topic of starting over. And you're allowed to start over no matter who you are, no matter what position you're in, no matter how old you are. You are allowed to start over in your life, start over with a new career choice, start over with specific stuff. Like, don't just hold yourself to one thing. Like, don't just settle for one thing in life, especially if it's something you don't love. And I think the biggest thing about that is the fact that, yes, we just, there's people around us that probably push us and be like, you're this age, you need to have this together. You're doing this in life, you going backwards, you not doing what you're supposed to do. But honestly, just be realistic. Look at them and look at you. Like, yes, sometimes either they may be in a better position, but are they where they wanted to be in life? Would they have started over? Should they have started over to do the stuff that they wanted to start doing? And yes, I talk a lot with my hands. I don't know. It's a thing. But I think the fact that others try to push you into thinking that it's just such a bad idea to start over. It's really not. It's not a bad idea, because obviously you see me, I'm starting over myself. And this is coming from somebody who does not have it all together at all. Like, I'm still growing. I'm still trying to progress and be the best version of myself. Like I said before, being the best version of myself comes with starting over, especially if it's something that you've been thinking about doing, something that, that won't get off your mind. And what better way to do that? Like, social media has been one of the biggest things that push us into thinking that we behind in life. And that's not just the only thing, but obviously that plays a big part, especially when you're on social media, when you're seeing people around your age looking at looking at them, thinking like, dang, why am I so behind? Like, why am I not where they at? We got almost the same dreams. We have, similar dreams. You want to make as much money that they're making and everything, but you're just not there yet. And that's okay. You just got to honestly keep pushing to get to that position in your life. Like, obviously, everybody is not meant to be rich. That is so true. But if you can make yourself where you're comfortable living, where you can do exactly all the stuff that you want to do in life, that is also fine. Because everybody don't want to be rich. Everybody does not want to be rich, and that is also okay. A lot of people just want to be comfortable and just have stability, especially in this world that we live in right now. Like, I'm talking like we in a whole different world, like we had another world. But it's just like the world we live in now. A lot of people just want to be comfortable in their life, and I think the biggest thing, one of the biggest things, like I said, was social media. So I think that we all just have to take a step back and start to think, why am I comparing myself to these people? Like, yeah, I feel happy for them. I'm grateful for, I'm happy that I can see their journey. But at the same time, it gets to a point where you may have to take a step back from social media. Seeing certain stuff like that can be stressful to you. Because some people may not even try to be like envious, or um, they may not try to even feel that way, but it just in their mind, because it's like, where am I at? Like, why am I not there? Why am I not where I want to be, but they're there? And then also, you can look at people and think like, they didn't even really do nothing. Like, they didn't do nothing to get to that point. And whole time, you can't really compare your situation to theirs at all. You really can't. So, and then another thing is, it's not just social media. I think so many people have put a time clock on themselves, and it doesn't just mean like for starting over with your career, but obviously that's what we're talking about. But so many people put time clocks on their life in general. Like, they need to be married by this age. They want to be retired by this age. They want to do certain stuff, which, yes, sometimes it is realistic, but you go through life, and we all have different paths, so it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to hit at that age that you're going to get exactly what you feel like you wanted, and that's fine. And I think that that plays a major role on it too, because it's like, when you're in your 20s, it's like, okay, you just skating through life, you just living your life, skating through life. And some people in their 20s are working hard and trying to, figure some things out for themselves. Some people are working hard trying to figure it out, and it's not working at the moment. Some people figuring out it is working at the moment, but then it's some people that, they just skating through life. And then once you get to closer to your 30s, I think that's when a lot of people start to panic. I'm probably one of them people. Yes, I do be panicking a little bit, but it's not on purpose, obviously. Don't panic. When you get closer to the 30s, when you get closer to your 30s, and or a certain age, honestly, even if it's that little age that you put a time on, it's like you getting closer to that age. Do not panic. Don't. Make a plan. Try to figure some stuff out. Just push through. Pray on it if you pray. And honestly, that's all you really can do, is just try to continue to come up with the best possible thing for you. Thing for you. And also, like I have brought up, we have people around that do judge, and it may get to you and stuff, but that's where you gotta hold yourself accountable and remove yourself from certain situations, being around certain people. Because if you go around people that are negative and not trying to motivate you, not trying to really uplift your situation, or at least have some type of faith in you and what you said you want to do, remove them people from your life. You don't need them. I promise you don't. Oh yeah, y'all. Today I got some chamomile tea. I had to relax. Hopefully I don't go to sleep too fast. But I had got me some chamomile. But it's really like to a point where you really cannot let other people get to you. And honestly, even if you got to isolate yourself for a little bit, and not saying isolation is the best thing at all, but when you gotta really remove yourself from a situation just to better yourself, it's good, honestly. At the end of the day, it will benefit you and it helps. It truly helps. Um, and I think not only when I say a lot of this stuff, it doesn't just come from it doesn't just come from like a thought or anything like that. It also comes from the fact that I live this life as well. I feel like we all live similar lives in a way, especially when it comes to our thoughts and our feelings and everything. So y'all not the only people that feel a certain way or felt a certain way because me too. Y'all, I am old enough to where it's like I'm old enough to where it's like I feel like I want to be in a certain area in my life. But like I said, I had to start praying on it. I had to start thinking realistically and I had to really put more of my plans to action. Like put action to my plan. Action to my plan, plan to my action. Y'all get what I'm saying. But I really had to just sit back and think about how what's my next move, what I'm gonna do next because at the end of the day, yes, I am starting over a little bit, but at the same time, it's like if I don't start over, where am I gonna go? I'm just gonna have that random thought in the back of my mind, like, dang, maybe if I would have did this, then it could have worked, or maybe if I did this, I would be in a certain situation, or maybe I would just be in a different situation. You would just always have that thought in the back of your mind, and me, I refuse to have that. So it's okay to start over. You might think like, dang, this is so stressful. Like, I'm at a certain age. Why am I starting over so much? Why do I gotta keep trying new stuff? Why do I gotta, you know, why do I gotta find different stuff to get to where I wanna be? But it's a part of life at the end of the day. And I live it just like y'all live it. Starting over has always, I'm not going to say it's always, but starting over has been looked at in a negative way. I mean, I kind of see we touch base on that a little bit, but the fact that a lot of people think that starting over is a bad idea. Honestly, I have seen people say that they're starting over multiple times and them starting over as many times as they had, it's made them start over to the point where they're at their last thing that they chose and it's working out for them. It's completely working out for them. So it's not like, okay, let me just do everything that I said I want to do. Obviously, you wanted to be a princess when you was little. I'm not saying go be a princess right now. But what I'm saying is at least try something that you know in your mind at this moment that you think you would really be good at. Like after you then really sat down and put shoot pencil to paper and wrote down everything about what you want to do, pros, cons, um, what you can be from that, what you can do for yourself, like how does that benefit you or benefit anybody else, honestly. But what I mean benefit anybody else is if you just have that path to help others. So that's what I mean by benefit others, benefit anybody else. Sometimes you really got to see a plan all the way through, and sometimes it's best to let go of that. Basically, not trying to do everything that you didn't set your mind to. Well, not set your mind to. You not doing everything that you thought about doing in life, but at least some things that may be beneficial, something you enjoy, and yeah, like I want to give y'all an example. I went to school. Well, after I graduated high school, of course, I went to school. I went to college. Went to college, got my degree. Went to college again, got another degree in the same thing. Yes, I kind of regret that, but it's okay. I'm not stressing about it. But I went to school with a plan. Like, I changed my major the first time. to something else. Boom, got the degree in that. Went back to school, got the same degree in, my major because I was told that that was something I should do while I was in school. Realistically, looking back, got I should have got my master's degree in something else. But basically, what I'm getting at is the fact that I have my degrees in something. I don't even really know if I plan on using those ever. And it's not because I'm not interested in that at all anymore, but it's just not who I was when I went to school for those. And honestly, I really realistically should have saw that coming because I kind of saw the signs, if we're being honest. But at the same time, I did still want to be optimistic about the situation. And I don't hold myself to that because, like I said, there's a part of starting over. Even if I do decide, maybe one day I want to go back to try to use those degrees and try to get into that, I still have that option to do so, but it's still difficult. I haven't used it because it's difficult to get into. But at the same time, I've thought to myself, like, is this really something I want to do? A lot of people really go to school to get a degree and not use it and want to do something else in life. Y'all, this does not mean I started smiling because this does not mean don't go to school. School not for everybody, but school is for some people. So that's not what that means. Don't twist my words because I just thought about that too, and that's how that could sound. But like I just said, like then I went to trying to do content. Well, I went to doing something else first. But then I went to trying to do content. That first thing didn't work, trying to do content. And I feel like content probably could have worked for me, but at the same time, I've had certain things where it just wasn't working at all. And that's okay too. Like I've thought about it like maybe if I tried to push harder to stay exactly where I wanted to be, well, get to where I wanted to be with the content. But at the same time, it's like, was it just not for me, or do I just need to come up with a new game plan? And you see, I'm here with the podcast. So we'll see. But not only that, like, how I said, now I'm here with the podcast. I do have faith in the podcast. Of course, I have faith in this. But at the same time, I always have like that thought in my mind, like, dang, do I really want to be in front of the camera or do I want to be behind the camera? Like, not behind this camera, but like, do I want to just not be in the spotlight at all and doing something that, can get me to where I want to be in life and do the things that I want to accomplish in life and get there. But this may be the path for me, honestly. I don't know. I just feel like you get a whole bunch of signs or like, answered prayers in a way that can push you to continue to to keep trying that one thing that you're not sure of or that you thought about previously. I even realistically, I even thought about making content again, like really making content again. I don't know how I really feel about that, but I have had that thought in my mind a lot lately. And I think a lot of things that kind of stop us from starting over also is the lack of faith or just being scared. But I think a lot of the time we have something that stops us is the fact that we're kind of scared or we have a lack of faith in ourselves. And being scared is definitely something that stops so many people from uh, achieving their goals and accomplishing and reaching their dreams because we're so scared to start something. We're scared to fail. Either we're scared to fail, we're scared to actually make it to that point because it's like when I make it to that point, then what? Like, what would I do? Like, yes, it's something that you want, but at the same time, it's like, what would I do? What would I do? Like, what's next? So I think being scared plays such a major role in starting over as well. And A lot of people self sabotage. But all in all, when you're trying to push yourself to the next level, you can have that thought of being scared for a second, but then you got to get over that fear of failing. You got to get over that fear of what's next or what's going to come out of this, because you can really make it to a point where you want to be in life. Like I said, not everybody wants the same things in life. Not everybody wants to be rich. Not everybody wants to travel the world. Not everybody wants the same things, but at least you can get yourself to what you want. You might just want to be comfortable in life. You might want to help others your whole life. You might even want to just work a simple job, but it's something that helps you and it's for you, and nobody else to judge you or nobody else to question you, because it's literally your life. It's your life completely. So many people are becoming business owners and entrepreneurs overall. And a lot of people that are becoming those are not being scared. Like, yes, they were probably scared before, or they're pushing themselves to be exactly where they want to be. They're pushing themselves to make sure they accomplish their dreams. They're pushing themselves to just be the best version of themselves that they can be. You really gotta push yourself. You gotta push yourself through a lot of stuff. And to this day, I still have to push myself. I have to push myself to get up, make videos, to post them, to edit, to do anything. Because me personally, like, yes, I have a regular job, but I hate my job. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I literally hate it. I dislike it. I would say it's a lot that goes into it to why I dislike my job. But um it's really just something that you have to push. Like, I have so many goals for myself, and not only just for myself, because like I said, I do have a kid. So I have goals that I want to accomplish for myself and for him. I want to be able to give him the life that he wants, or and sort of kind of give myself the life that I've always wanted since I was a kid. Yes, my family then gave me everything they could, honestly. And I'm not gonna say it was the bare minimum. I'm not gonna say I didn't slept on the floors, never had nowhere to sleep and stuff like that. But at the same time, as a kid, you have dreams, you have your imagination. Like, I want to be able to give myself that also, not just my kid, because obviously he comes first before me. But I just want to give myself something that I'm able to be happy of or be proud of. And that goes for people who don't have kids too. Like, everything is not just about people that have kids, it's also about others that are single. Some people that are young, some people that are old, some people in the middle. Y'all not old. All the old people, y'all not old, but you're older. And sometimes in life you just gotta really sit back and think, like, if this is what you want, that's fine. But if you want to keep pushing and keep going and accomplish that stuff, do it. Starting over is normal, and it's okay. Realistically, maybe life isn't about just figuring it all out. It's really about just keep going, encouraging yourself to keep becoming who you want, becoming for yourself, becoming for whoever is around you that you need to be you for, or keep growing for. And a lot of the times, you just got to keep doing that until you get it right, and that's okay. And all of this is obviously coming from someone who is still learning, who is still pushing herself, still walking in that path to become who she wants to be. I don't have it all figured out. I have ideas. I have ideas. I have passion that's deep down inside of me that I just gotta bring out. I got stuff that, that's stressing me out a bit about something, but at the same time, this is coming from somebody who's still figuring out themselves. But I feel like I know exactly what I need to be doing, and I feel like a lot of y'all do too. You just gotta really hold yourself accountable. That's it. Like I know we all still have ideas. Like myself, I still have ideas that I'm still working on. That I want to try because some of them might work still, and some of them might not. But I definitely still have those goals that I'm gonna get to, that I want to get to. So stop being so hard on yourself. Seriously, do not be hard on yourself because you are really trying, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. As long as you're trying to do what you have to do to be who you want to be, that's all that matters. Can't nobody fault you for trying at all. A lot of people, a lot of people don't even have the drive to try or to motivate themselves to keep trying to keep upkeep themselves when it comes to this stuff. Like they don't have the drive to push themselves. They give up. Some, not everybody gives up, but some people really give up. And I think giving up, it's a hard thing to do too. Like giving up is a hard thing to do because those who have given up on their dreams and everything still have that in the back of their mind of, dang, I really wish I would have did this. I wish I could have did this. And that is also okay. But honestly, y'all, to motivate y'all, successful people don't give up. They don't. No matter what, they don't give up. A lot of people go through life choices to where they feel like they have to give up or, they have to make sacrifices. But those who are still able to push through what they can or figure some things out can succeed because they're not giving up on what their with their dreams, basically. They're not giving up. So I think I just want y'all to take from this to not give up and to know that starting over is okay. Especially seeing others being in different positions that, we all want to just strive to be in or try to figure out. I just want y'all to know, regardless, to keep pushing through and y'all got this because at the end of the day, this is your life. You living in it. Everybody else is like cast in your story. Everybody else is like background characters in your story, and this is about you. So keep pushing, keep doing what you got to do, and don't let anybody stop you or stray you from your goals, because you got this. And I hope y'all enjoyed the episode, and I hope to see y'all back. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and come back and have another chat with me. Bye.